Hello guys, Zanitor here, and welcome back to Skylines, where I've actually not played for a considerable little bit of time, actually. I'm trying to unplug my mouse. There we go, forgot to do that beforehand. I have a wireless mouse, and it's really nice not having it plugged in as I play, so it doesn't get caught on things. But anyways, welcome back. It's been a while since I've played this myself, and obviously I missed sort of 2 days of videos. I missed one day, uploaded one day, and then missed another day. And then hopefully I'll have this up tomorrow, which should be the 6th of June. If you're watching this on the 7th or the 8th, I'll just pretend that I said the 7th or 8th, please. But no, we're back, and the reason being is I've just been busy. We started a new project for Zach Scott Games. And it's taken a lot of my time, and I had to focus on it pretty much. It was the first time I've edited something like that, but you'll see it up soon if you happen to follow him. And if you haven't and you want to see it and you're curious about Garden Warfare 2, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, please do watch it. I would appreciate it very much. Any of the likes and comments on that help me and help me being able to do more of them. But yeah, we're going to hopefully be able to get back into this a little bit more and record some more. Because I've been kind of dying to play it, to be honest, and I'm having to actually tab out to close Photoshop because it's lagging me a bit. I have all the stuff open from when I was working before. But I finished it up. It took me like 5 days. I think it'll only take me like a day or two in the future. It's just a learning process. But yeah, now we're finally back, and I'm going to be able to play yet again. And today, I didn't actually work any today, but I had a family day, so me and my wife went out. We went to a bunch of Goodwills. I watch a channel called Lazy Game Reviewers. You may have heard of them. And we've been watching it together. I got my wife into them, and oh geez, this is backing up a bit, isn't it? But basically, he does the thing called LGR Thrifts, where he goes thrift shopping. For like old video games and stuff, and we decided to do that, and we had a lot of fun doing so. So that's been our day. That's exactly what we've done, and I got some pretty cool stuff. I got like Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Got a bunch of old PC games. I don't even have a PC slot, like a CD drive, but I got it anyways because I have plans for it. That's why. But yeah, it's pretty cool, so doing stuff like that, and I think it's going to be kind of fun. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this traffic a little bit. I'm going to have to figure out how to fix... Where did it go? This. I got to see where they're all going. Man, I forgot about the lag that was on this. Obviously, not playing it for a little bit, you kind of forget about how bad it is, and oh boy. It's going to take some fiddling with some mods, I think, or just turning off mods in the future is the most likely thing to happen, which is really sad because I do love having all these mods and everything, but maybe having a full vanilla thing will be really fun anyways. But yeah, like when I zoom in and do certain things right now, it's pretty choppy, I'll be honest. But you know, maybe it's not the worst thing in the world that we can play a little bit more vanilla and not have to worry about it. I think I want to try to do a little slip road here and just see how it goes, because I know I've been saying I want to do this and everything, and it seems like a good time to try. So something like that, and this doesn't make a lot, so that's pretty good, but I don't want them going that way, so we're just going to pop into here. And I know I could just change the lane arrows and everything, but that's okay. So I can go there and there. That'll be perfect, and then we'll back out. And this is only allowed to go into here. And let's just see if that helps any. I am a little bit curious to if it does much of anything. They're obviously stopping for pedestrians a bit there, but I don't think that'll become much of a problem. They are using it, which is even better, because this will have no lot, and I think that'll make it go a lot quicker. And maybe ultimately benefit the sort of expansion of that. By the way, thank you guys so much for your comments. I've had a lot of lovely comments and telling me basically what I'm doing wrong, but in like a very polite way. And never hesitate to tell me when I'm doing something wrong, because I do appreciate it very much. But I found out I was doing something very wrong by zoning all this so quickly, because that's how you get the death waves. Now, I'm not going to undo it, because that would take me forever. But I now know, don't expand like that. That's asking for trouble. So we're not going to do that from now on. But now we know. We can be better now. So hopefully we'll be able to avoid having like massive death waves and everything over here. Might even like preemptively prepare for when that does happen. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but it obviously will at some point in time. And yeah, we'll just try to prevent it the best we can. I think it should be okay though. This is awfully busy. Trying to figure out exactly where it's coming, like where everyone's going to. People are just doing this all funky. Oh, it's the cyclist, of course. I thought they were just walking through. I was like, what are they doing? Okay. Is it because this is the only way down here? It's probably not helping, is it? I guess I could, because this little underpass bit, or this little bit, I could connect that up instead of having it connected to here. So it's one less way that has to go. And then let's go to a little tree buddy here. Maybe we'll go... how much... Well, yeah, it would kind of hurt having that there, wouldn't it? Can I go under anywhere here? No. A little too steep. I guess I could probably... If I wanted to, I could probably back it up one. Like this. And then that's enough to make that happy. And then probably... There we go. And then obviously that's going to be too steep. But maybe... Leave that now. So it's not the best thing in the world, obviously, and that's going to leave, but... My hope is just that'll, you know, sort of... make things a bit better. I don't know. You know, kind of like being able to transfer over a bit better that way. A different way for them to go in, because this involves... Yeah, they have to go through this underpass, which is, again, not the best. I feel like we've got a lot of severe traffic issues now that are probably going to have to be sorted pretty swiftly. I'm thinking with this, you know, there's this direct road. I'm thinking upgrading that, but I can't move this until it's empty, which is annoying. Because I was thinking upgrading it, moving it all the way through, connecting it here, and then, you know, it has a more direct route in. I guess they always have this route. So that's not the worst thing in the world. And then they can actually get to it from over here now. Oh, no, they can't get to it from over there. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how busy it gets and if it becomes a problem. Excuse me, having to clear my throat a little bit. I've not spoken in a while in the commentary mode, so it's not going to help me. This is all traffic for this intersection down here, isn't it? Oh god. Ugh. That's becoming problematic, isn't it? That's the thing now. I just don't know how to, you know, I mean, obviously we're going to have to fix it, but how do I fix that? I do not know. I guess just having more roads in some way, shape, or form would make it better. I somewhat wonder. You know, what I'm wondering is, you know, if I came, let's say, out of here and then just brought it to this point, which I know that's way too many things intersecting, but it tends to not matter so much of what I can tell to a certain degree. So let's say I came out like this. I'm just going to try it. And like that. And what I'm testing here is I'm curious how many people will start taking that. And maybe I can just be cheeky here. Do something like this. Grab this. And just... Can I bring this on up? That where it's not so much of a problem. Should I just rebuild that probably? Actually, I That's not that bad. In like complete honesty. But it does look better when it's actually in the road properly. Saying that, that's almost enough room. I don't know if I can just lift that itself. I guess if I do it like that. Yeah, that's enough room. As long as they're not like a semi-truck. I'm just curious because, you know, I'd like to see this do a bit better, so people are just disappearing. Oh wait, no, they're walking off. I think they're hopping off their bikes at that point. I think it's only the cyclist. I'll see if this pedestrian disappears or not. Okay, so he's fine. I think they're just popping off their bicycles. So is anyone taking that? Or is everyone trying to go this way? Where are you trying to go? That's where I want to know. Okay, you're trying to get into there. So you're probably just driving. Yeah, you're driving straight through. No one's taking this. I actually thought this would be like automatically used like nothing else. I was very wrong. Oh boy. Okay, I've seen one person go on it so far. Okay. So, back to the old traffic, eh? Always a fun thing to have to be messing about with, but I'm not complaining. I do enjoy it. And I saw a few comments, people saying that they did miss it, so I guess other people enjoy it too. I think we're just going to have a little bit of a redo of traffic here. I mean, we're early into the episode, so we'll go ahead and just do that. Apologies for all of the deleting noises for the next foreseeable future. I know sometimes it's a little bit loud versus my microphone and everything. I've been trying to keep the game noise at like a, you know, pretty audible level, because usually I end up turning it too low, and then you don't really hear the game, and it's just me, and I find that a bit awkward. Not because it's me, and not because I'm the only one talking, but, you know, personally, if I was watching it, I would prefer a little bit of game noise. So that's why I tried to do it that way. So, we're just going to delete all this. We're going to rejig it all. That's a word. We're going to, I think, go ahead and redo this. I would like to keep... trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because obviously I don't want like a lot of lights and all that good stuff, and I want it to like function and flow. I'm just gonna have to do this. I think that's just the smarter way to do it instead of trying to keep it. I'm trying to hold on to it for no reason really. Let's just put it in here, and then we can hook it up this way, and it should be okay. Where's the... Is that the metro? Yes. Slope too steep. What? Let's see. I guess it's just too low, or... Space already occupied. Let me delete some of this. I feel like that's real dumb. There we go. That was kind of silly. Okay, so they've automatically adjusted to that. I can repause it. So yeah, we're gonna sort this out the best we can. I won't promise that it's gonna be great, because it is me after all. Let's do remember that I'm not the best at the old traffic, but I try my best, and that's what's important. That's what really counts. That's what I'm saying, at least, so you guys remember that as I struggle. We'll put one of these here. Alright, so let's fiddle with this and see what we can do with old Meadow Valley, getting us back to our former glory. I think the main thing is nothing here anymore. I think they need to come in from different areas. I think that's going to be priority number one. As much as that may seem maybe like a bad idea, I think that isn't what needs to be done. Because I think ultimately that is part of the problem. And now that I've deleted that, I kind of Just thought. Because I was thinking I could have just come under here and then hooked up to it. But maybe that's not the best move either. So yeah, this is all connected up, which is why that's, I guess, busier. So let's go ahead. This is going to turn into, we'll keep it with the bike lanes because we want people cycling. This is not going to be, well, it might be quite straight actually. We will go under. I know people like their underpasses, and you're welcome. Alright. So we'll have that. And we're just going to do that a little bit. And then a little bit of rejigging here. I know it's not beautiful. I apologize, but I think it's just going to be how it is right now. Okay, so that's going to be that. That's just going to be the way to get between these two bits, and that's fine. There's obviously going to need to be a way to get into here and into this city bit without it being such like a small little general area for that to happen. That's pretty busy. And that is something that I need to figure out how I want to do that. And then, you know, we have ways to sort of get in like this and everything, which this is probably not great at all, but it's what I've done. And it seems to be working for the meantime, so I wasn't complaining. But, you know, it might just be something as simple as just having a ton of off-ramps in many different places. And then that kind of just being maybe the solvent. I'm not sure if that is going to be the solvent, but I'm hoping that could be the solvent. One thing I will do is, I know I don't want to do much off of here. But most of the people trying to get in here, I think, are the people coming from this area. So I think if I came off here, like so. Oh, helps if I use a curved one. And let's say just kind of figuring out how I want to have this design sort of in my head. So I was thinking something, you know, along the lines of coming through here, you know, kind of having it elongated a bit and then popping on. And then that could be pretty good because that's, you know, that's a considerable little distance. It gives a lot of time for traffic to sort of back up in a positive way. To where people could then get on. And then it's, you know, there's no lights here anyways. Excuse me. So it could be better. And we could even do this and have it as a way to do like that there. I know that's not like the best curve and everything in the world, but not necessarily going for like perfection. I'm going for function. So do keep that in mind as I build. That's usually what I try to do, is try to go for function, which doesn't always work either, but I try. And maybe like this, we'll go over. I like again, you'll notice I do like the overpasses, and I've said that quite a few times. You know, where I live in America and everything, we're, at least in my area specifically, we're more about those, I guess, because they're probably a lot cheaper than the actual cost of having to excavate and do all of the crazy things that, you know, involves tunneling. Unless you're in like, I think it's Tennessee, or maybe it's going out towards like Eastern Virginia. They do a lot of that, but not necessarily where I live. And like a lot of the places I've been, I think they're more about, you know, that there. So as they come in, they can do this, pop on where they need to go, job's good. This, they can come off, they can go this way, they can go this way. And this one, they can kind of just do this to be able to get there as well. I'm leaving it as a pretty big intersection and giving them choice, hopefully. So maybe this will be a more simplified version of what I need, and then there's a good flow of traffic through here. There's obviously going to be the lot here still, but I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. There's obviously this area that I really am not fond of this area anymore, but I leave it be because I think it's kind of like I have to at this point. So I'm just going to see how much of this I can upgrade. Okay, very little, because there's things going to be in the way the entire time as I do this. So we'll go there. Okay, so yeah, that's going to be in the way. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. There's something in the way here. But what is it? Oh, it's this community school. That's fine. I can move that. Just there. And yes, this is a lot of lots. I've now realized that. So I'll see if I can't find a way around fixing that. Because we don't want a lot. A lot of lots as people come in. That would not be ideal. You know, I could start making some one-way streets, because I usually don't do that. So maybe something like that. Let me go with the... Do they not do the back lanes in the one lane? Oh, that's weird. Not sure why they'll do that. Guys from Paradox, if you're watching this, can you please add that? That would be really nice. So something like that is dumb, actually, because they need to be able to get into this one. So we can have it changed there. But that'll be a one-way maybe that way. And then maybe that could help a little bit. And then maybe... Well, that could work. Maybe just a one-way through here. What I'm trying to do is trying to, you know, space out the traffic the best I can. And then here, maybe both ways would be okay. Give them the choice a little bit, because this has some leniency. And I'm hoping this won't become, you know, the main way to come in. I'm going to do a little cheaty cheat here, because I have the ability. I mean, I installed this mod for this reason. So I'm just moving this on over this way. Sorry if you don't like me doing that, but again, that's kind of what the mod was installed for and my preference of it. So there we go, we have that now, and we could go ahead and pop this in. And the reason for me doing this is I'm just trying to make more ways for them to get in to where they need to be a little bit more easily. Obviously this might actually get a little bit more busy because people trying to get in here, but no, they can make their way in and then go this way. You know, I don't know if all the lots are going to be a problem. It might actually just be better to have this as a two-way one lane, like one of these is what I'm trying to get at. I'll learn to speak one of these days, I do promise. Like, as soon as the apocalypse happens, I'll be able to speak. See what I mean? Can't speak. I'm just wondering if that actually is more ideal for speed, because there's no lots. It very well might be. I don't know. We'll, I guess, roll with it. See what happens. Because, yeah, for the most part, I feel like that tends to go okay. Did I go onto the... Went onto the road a little bit there. There we go, it's a bit better. What's this? Oh, that looks new. That in my head and in my mind, I feel like it will work better. If it doesn't, again, we'll come back, sort these things out, and everything should be okay. Sorry if you're screaming at your monitor telling me to do something different. I'm not the brightest of all time, and sometimes I make really dumb moves when it comes to making things in this game, so I am upgrading this because I think it's about time. I don't think it needs bus lanes. I don't think this needs bus lanes. So that's what we're doing. Because I'd rather have this accessibility and the backability as well, because that, you know, keeps more people off the roads, and the buses still function just fine. So we got that. I feel like that's pretty much back to where we were to a certain degree. This roundabout is obviously gone for this, and that is slightly problematic. But, okay, I could redo this area. Because this, you know, I'm just trying to fill in the park. It's dumb. let me just make myself, you know, feel better by saying this is dumb. But I could bring this over, connect it into here, and then this is another way to get into this hub instead of having to actually just, you know, have a weird roundabout there. Essentially, is what I'm getting at. Let me delete that. We're going to delete the cathedral. Delete all these houses. This gone. This gone. Perfect. And then up to this bad boy. Beautiful. And we don't even have to do much here other than just connect these up, which I don't know if I have room under. I guess I do, because it doesn't look like I built through anything. Oh, I just connected to something completely different. Oh, there was the road under for that. Oh, of course. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that solves that, eh? I completely forgot that was under there. I just deleted it, and I don't think I ever did anything for that. I think someone actually told me that in the comments. I had no clue what they were talking about. But if that was the one that you mentioned, I don't remember who commented on that, but I apologize. Apparently, I'm just real dumb. Okay, so that might work. That might help, but, you know, a bit more on the old traveling. That's not what I anticipated, but that works. Alright, and then I could have kept the cathedral there, which is a bit awkward. But that's okay. Our sightseeing isn't quite as interesting anymore. Maybe I could, maybe to make myself feel a bit better with what I've done, I could upgrade this. I'm gonna go ahead and de-zone this. And then maybe come back in and put that, maybe I can put the cathedral back in, wherever it was. I'm not sure actually which. Oh, is that Big Ben? Yes, it is. That's kind of amazing. I didn't know that was in this. Wow. Where are you at, Cathedral? Did I patch it up? Ah, here it is. So there we go. We can kind of get it back on the hill, looking all epic and everything. We'll come back in with this road, make it a little bit longer, so you know it makes sense again. There we go. Yeah, it's fun. Actually, I'll bring it back down there because that'll look a bit better. And then I'll hook that back up with power. But I'm going to use this just because it's different. And I really do like how it goes along the road, just more like a realistic power line. So, we'll do that. I'm glad we finally fixed some of our problems we were having, because it was getting a bit... It was getting a bit bad. Well, we can be honest with each other at this point. It was not good. And that's all powered up and good to go. And watered up, I guess. So I think that's pretty good. And I guess next we just got to hit play and see what happens. I do want to fix this. I'll be fixing this before we go as well. I've only been recording 29 minutes, so we won't be rushing anything on that. But hopefully this will be doing a bit better. I don't know what this was. Wow, we're losing a lot of people. I guess where I deleted a lot of people. So is that for the... Yeah, that was for that. Can I do that? Does that fix everything? Okay, that seems like it fixes what was needed. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just real curious if this helps, if this makes anything better. I'm hopeful that it does. But we'll see how everything sort of pans out. And if traffic seems to be a little bit more smooth. This is definitely backing up, and I'm afraid that it's definitely going to back up really far. But if I see that happening, I'll just try another method and hopefully be able to circumvent it a little bit and learn to speak one of these days. But I could, you know, obviously pop this off somewhere else at some point. So, I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. There'll be ways around this, I think, to sort of fix it up to maybe how we want it. This is backing up pretty good. You know, obviously if we could just make this constantly flowing, it would be great. But, you know, if I didn't allow them to turn and stuff, I could possibly... you know, allow that to happen, which I'm tempted to do. Not allow them to turn left, so they have to actually go through like maybe a bit of the system, but maybe again that's maybe not the best thing in the world. Excuse me. I could bring one off this, spin it around, go into here, and do the same thing. So maybe it would just bring less people trying to go through there anyways. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. Or I wouldn't even have to do the spin thing, actually. Although, maybe I want to. Just for keeping it more elongated. I don't know. Let me go back to this. So like that. This does not want to do what I want at all. So let me go back here. Well, no, if I do this right, this could work without having to really put in that much effort. No. Not wanting to play ball here. Alright, how's that work? Interesting. I think... Let me delete that so I can see what I'm doing a bit better. Maybe I can come off of here. Spin around. Try to get in nice and tight so we can see what I'm doing. Then like that. And then we'll come into this, into the nodes. And, sorry, I'm getting messages. I forgot to close out, what you call it. Okay, there we go. Google Chat, I forgot to close that before. And, Zach's messaging me. About the video I was talking about earlier. I think he said has approved it now, which is awesome. Which I'm very excited about because I was excited to be getting that up. So, that should be good. One thing I would be tempted to do is I can make this a 2-lane, turn this into the 3-lane, and then it kind of works as a merging lane. But then people would just be trying to get into the right lane anyways. Yeah, I'm not so sure that would work. And then maybe I can turn off the light here, and then maybe do the same here. So let's see how that goes. I guess I don't really want people going that way either. But yeah, they do need the way out. Oops. Let me see if that like just clears itself up a little bit, and then maybe, you know, they kind of go when they're yielding. I'm doing like, you know, quotation marks there, air quotes, but like I'm kind of thinking of maybe it would work, you know, if they were yielding. But we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so this is a bit janky, obviously. I think it's because it's so close to this. So I'm actually going to come in here. And, okay, there we go. And then we'll come into this. Bring it down here. Then maybe to right here. Maybe that'll give it a little bit more distance and make it work a little bit better for us. That's the hope, at least. I just tabbed out of the freaking game. There we go. Tabbed out of the game and it just freaked out a little bit. was hoping that would kind of work a bit better, but it doesn't seem to be doing what I want. I guess another thing that's not helping is I want them to only be going into this from here. Oh, it's not letting me select things. I have to like select such a weird spot. It came up a second ago. For some reason, oh, there we go. Perfect. Maybe that'll work a bit better, getting people to stay in that. And maybe increase that distance a little bit more. And then fix a few things back here to make it work. Maybe something like that. Okay. Some people will be freaking out for a second, but maybe that'll fix it. Because I don't want that backing up too much, obviously. Same with here. It's people trying to do dumb stuff. Which, you know, makes sense for what it is, but still. Maybe I could come in here and make sure that they're not trying to careen across lanes. Okay, it seems to be moving now. I don't know if that's the fixes I've done or it's happened to be working right now. Which is very likely that just happens to be working at this very moment and it won't be working in 5 minutes. But it is a lot clearer than it was, I gotta say. So, we can hope. We can hope. So that seems to be better. All of this seems to be doing fairly well, which is nice to see. All of this seems to be okay. This, again, is fine. The traffic down here seems to be good enough. I would like to sort that out a little bit, if I can speak. This is better now. A lot of people seem to be taking this little slip lane. So yeah, we got a few takers there, which is nice to see. This has been filling in nicely enough. We've been teetering near 90,000 for the last 3 episodes. I'm not trying to hit it anytime soon. I'm just trying to make the city better and functional. So, you know, I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, I think all in all, it's looking a bit better. Everything I think is looking a bit healthier. This I'm not really the biggest fan of it. It's a bit of a fun one. It's got like these little slip lanes to get over where you need to go, and then this top one to get into here. It works okay. You know, it's not the best thing in the world. I think it could be a lot better. So we'll probably toy around with that a bit in the future. I want to come into a bit of this and start sub-districting, if that makes sense. Like, you know, make this place like a little organic place, make this place, you know, like a little leisure area, make this place something different. You know what I mean? You know, like focus on that a little bit more and just see what happens instead of doing like this entire area leisure or this entire area organic. So, you know, it's like a nice mix all together, which could be fun to do when this is all built up as well, which is going to take a pretty surmountable amount of time, I believe, at this point. We have something disconnected here, which I don't know how. I mean, that's pretty close. I'm just going to do a little tiny power line, of course. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah, it does. This is still all running smoothly. Obviously, it would be, but I don't know where I've really gone wrong. I think I've connected something sort of dumbly, and I think a big part of, well, not a big part of where I went wrong. I think I've made this poorly. It should have been, you know, kind of just a section. And then, you know, there should have been another section. These connecting are kind of weird. It should be connected just through highways, most likely, but I think it's working okay as it is, and it'll, you know, sort itself out within due time, and I think things will be okay. We'll get there in the end. As annoying as it may be, but we're doing it. That's the most important thing. Don't know if this is, yeah, so it's getting close there. Being ready for another launch. We'll be able to expand out more this way and cause more traffic mayhem, of course. And then we'll be able to expand, and we'll be able to buy some more, or build some more roads to be able to get in as well, which would be the most important thing. Because that's going to be the hard bit, is actually just getting the roads sort of like how they need to be. we've got all this area still to do. There's a lot of open space here, but I'm kind of afraid to build into this now because I don't want, you know, another thing like where I started building into this and it just got busier and then a little bit out of hand. So I might leave like a bit of this open, maybe, you know, build out this way and keep its own little path. This might be its own little like neighborhood or like, you know, suburb, sub-city, whatever you want to call it. That's connected primarily through the metro. This is actually one of my favorite roads for how well it has done. Like this little set, like I'm quite impressed with how this is held up all this time, and we fixed this at one point and never really had to look back at it. It's just done very well, even though the steepest road in all of the land. But if you zoomed out, you can't even tell. Like this far out and this way, you can't even tell that's bad. But no, I feel like everything's going pretty well. Our sort of like starter system, I think, really led us well. This, I mean, this is about as starter as it gets, but it's been okay because we're low density over here for the most part. You know, we'll sort this out, I think, a little bit at some point. We're going to start building over here, which means, you know, I think there's going to be some more traffic, but I think we'll build off of this bit instead of trying to connect it up to here. We'll just connect it via public transport instead, because I think if we connect it up through actual means of roads, I think it's just going to be a problem, and I think everyone's going to be sad, including mostly me, because I will just, you know, want to cry a little bit of all the mess that it's going to cause. So we probably won't do that, just for sanity's sake. But yeah, next time we'll come in and fix this. I know I said I was going to do this time, but we're getting a bit close, and it does take me a little bit. So yeah, we'll do that next time. We'll come in and try. I mean, we'll make some pedestrian paths. I know I don't have them here now. I was just kind of checking how everything is going, and honestly, it looks so much better than it did before. So I'm very happy with that. I'm hoping a lot of people are. This is a lot less used than before. But I think that's just because it doesn't have this way in. I think they're having to go around this way, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because I think it's a little bit more beneficial. I might upgrade this road all along here to or I might actually build a new road, maybe off this bit, delete this bit, and then have it as like a main road for all of this to branch off of. This was terrible planning. I don't know why I did it like this. I don't know. I don't know if I was just rushing something and not thinking clearly, but that's what it feels like now that I look at it. So apologies for that, but I'll come in next time and do that. If I forget, do remind me, but we'll definitely try to do that and make it look all nice. But I'm getting sleepy as well. It's getting pretty late for me. I'm usually sleepy at this point, so it's not the best thing in the world. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Still, if you want to pick up this game on Humble Bundle, you can, and support charity and support me. The link is in the description. I don't think it's on sale anymore. I'm not entirely sure. But even if you get it for full price, I get a portion of that. And so does charity, and I'm guessing Humble Bundle as well, because that would make sense how a business works. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and goodbye. Hey, thank you for watching. I'm Zanitor, and please like, comment, and subscribe. That will help me out very much, and I hope to see you guys here again. Goodbye.